Throughout history there have been many different execution methods used to put a condemned prisoner to death. In England, some of the most brutal methods ever used were hanging, drawing and quartering, and also burning at the stake, which were used by infamous Tudor monarchs such as King Henry VIII and Bloody Mary. But there were others which were used around the world. For example, in Asia, elephants were used to take the lives, and this was seen as the power of the ruler exerting his command over the condemned. But there was another animal used to take the lives of a victim. However, this was more of a metal structure in the form of an animal. The Brazen Bull has gone down in history as a horrific execution method in which someone was slowly roasted to death, with a crowd hearing their screams. Join us today as we look at this, and remember to support our channel. Please make sure to subscribe. The Brazen Bull was a torture and execution device which emerged from ancient Greece. It was said it was invented and proposed to Phalaris, the tyrant of Akragas, as a way of executing criminals in a different way. The bull would have been made from bronze and had a door in one side to let criminals into the device, and it was hollow. Now once the condemned were locked inside of the bull, then a fire was lit underneath it, and then the metal of the device would get warmer and then excruciatingly hot, and the person inside it would be slowly cooked and roasted to death. It would have taken some time for someone to be roasted to death, and it would have been incredibly painful and a very sinister way to go. Also, it could be used to torture someone to gain confessions and information from. It has been doubted whether the device ever did exist, or whether it was used as propaganda like the blood eagle has been for the Vikings, to make the Greeks seem more fearsome. It was also said that the head of the bull was designed in such a way that it had a number of tubes inside that would stop the prisoner's screams being heard, and instead the sound from the human inside would appear like the cry of an angry bull. The Greek leader was said to have been impressed at its design, and the smoke apparently generated from it would release an incense-style smell. But when the bull would have been opened after the execution was performed, the body of the condemned would have been reduced to a smouldering pile of ashes or bone. It was said by the constructor that his screams will come to you through the pipes as the tenderest, most pathetic, most melodious of bellowing. And it's believed that for inventing the Brazen Bull, he would be rewarded. However, Phalaris then ordered the creator, Perilaus, to himself get inside the bull, and he was tricked in getting inside. Once inside he was locked in, then a fire was set, and screaming away the bull could be heard. However, shortly before death the door was opened and he was taken away. It was said that Perilaus, the creator, was then thrown off a hill and killed, and it was even alleged that the Brazen Bull killed Phalaris. It was written and documented a century later that the bull was used as a form of torture, and the Romans claimed to have used the bull to kill Christians and torture them. Saint Eustace allegedly was roasted to death by the bull, and it's believed that the device, around the year 287, burned another Christian, with Emperor Diocletian using it. But there is some debate as to whether the Brazen Bull was actually used or not. Previously, when we looked at the blood eagle and the Viking practice of performing this ritualistic sacrifice, we mentioned how doubt has been cast whether this had actually been used. The Brazen Bull could have been similar in this regard, as a device that was written about to communicate how fearsome and brutal the Greeks and Romans could be, in a way that would intimidate their enemies and keep possible resistors from rising up. But what cannot be disputed is how painful being locked in a structure like the Brazen Bull would be. Being locked in there with no way out, whilst it slowly heats up around you. It would be like being locked in a house which is on fire, but much more enclosed and terrifying. Thanks for watching. To support our channel, please make sure to subscribe, and once again, thank you so much for watching.